Here's some tabloid news we just discovered. William's fierce battle with depression taught Harry a painful lesson about whining behavior when standing on the threshold of difficulty. Shocking confession sparks panic in the palace. Hello, and a very warm welcome to the new version of Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel. Future King William is secretly battling crippling depression, sparking fears that he'll buckle under the pressure of royal life once he takes over the throne. Although William is considered the most stable member of the family and the future of the monarchy, a high-level courtier tells Globe, the prince hid his mental illness from the palace, and now Queen Elizabeth's inner circle is terrified he'll be unable to rule when his time comes. The monarchy was blindsided by the Duke of Cambridge with the shocking public confession that he was plunged into the depths of despair by the bloody carnage he witnessed as an air ambulance helicopter pilot. And 4 years later, he still can't shake the gruesome feelings and images. When you see someone at death's door, that lives with you, William says. It doesn't leave you. His devastating mental crisis exploded after his ambulance team was scrambled in March 2017 to save a severely injured boy, who was just 2 years older than William's son, Prince George. There are things in life you don't want to see, admits dad of 3 William. Inside, I felt something had changed. He continues, "It really hit me weeks later. It was like someone put a key in a lock and opened it without me giving permission. I felt like the whole world was dying. You just feel like everyone's in pain, everyone's suffering. I've never felt that before. I kept looking at myself going, why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel so sad? That raw emotion, I could feel it brewing up inside me, and it was going to take its toll and be a real problem." Feeling lost, hopeless, and overwhelmed by depression, William desperately looked for help, but he quit the air ambulance service just weeks later. Officially, William left to become a full-time royal, but the buzz at the time was that he couldn't take the emotional toll of the job, says the source. The gossip was right, and William has now confirmed it. His public admission that he's still suffering has rocked the palace. As we already know, William and his brother, Prince Harry, suffered extreme emotional trauma after their mother, Princess Diana, unexpectedly died in a 1997 car wreck in Paris. William publicly referred to losing his mom as a pain like no other pain, says the source. Harry said he was close to a mental breakdown after shutting down his emotions for 2 decades. The palace hoped that this was the end of their mental health confessions, but earlier this year, Harry accused his family of refusing to help his wife Meghan when she was suicidal. And now here comes William's bombshell admission. The Queen is furious. Her mantra is never complain, never explain. She believes this issue should be handled within the family, not publicly. She's well aware mental illness runs in the family, like madman King George III, Queen Victoria, who locked herself away, and many more. She doesn't need her grandsons drawing attention to it when the monarchy is in crisis. With Her Majesty facing her final days and no one wanting Charles King for long, she expected William to be the royal lifesaver. Unfortunately, William's confession regarding his mental health struggles has thrown a wrench into his grandmother, the 95-year-old monarch's plans. His decision to shine a light on mental health has backfired, says the courtier. Now his own emotional stability and future is under scrutiny. So, the big question is, could rehashing the memories of Princess Diana help Prince William and Prince Harry reconcile? As a royal expert explains to us, no, nothing will help, and memories of Mom won't help either. He said, "I find it funny that some say there's nothing wrong between the brothers and that everything is fine. Did they somehow miss the Oprah interview and all the mental health podcasts afterwards? Maybe they forgot he said they were not talking and that dad and brother were trapped, and family worked with tabloids." And let's not ignore the 2 different sides of the stories about race conversations. Harry's version is that early on before a wedding, there was a family meeting where they offered that maybe Meghan could continue working after the wedding and they could save on security costs a bit while she learned the ropes and took her time learning protocol. They also issued a reminder about no titles for the children, and then someone inquired about what the children would look like on TV. But wife Meghan claims that while she was pregnant, all these family conversations were going on about concerns of how dark his skin might be, and at the same time she's being told no titles, no security, and he will need to be safe with all the tabloids and clickbait. The two couldn't even stick to the same story, yet they did a smear campaign on the family, suggesting that it could be any or all family members who were guilty of this charge. They said they were going to meet with the Queen, then all of a sudden she was booked up and couldn't meet them. They wanted to talk about making a deal, but her staff told them she was busy and couldn't see them. And when Harry at last reached her, she said sorry, she had engagements. But she did make time to meet with the family. Harry directly said that she, the Queen, Grams, was receiving bad advice, and it worried him so much that she took the advice. I mean, really. So this is rich. Harry decided that Grams got bad advice and dad and brother are both trapped and no one wants to be a king, really. And this was the story they told to anyone who would listen. That they were treated differently. Yes, even on Oprah, she said we were not trying to reinvent the wheel. They just had wanted to be able to do what other royals do already, which is use their titles, earn money, pick which engagements they'll attend, and still get security and funding. That doesn't happen. No, it doesn't. Meghan even claimed it in court filings. She said so many do it and offered 3 as examples: Prince Michael of Kent and Princess Eugenie, Princess Beatrice. By the way, none of those names mentioned are actually working royals. They don't get security, they don't get any funding from the grant. Yes, they come to engagements as family and they've all helped out grandma, but they have their own charities and their own work. So for those that think that nothing is wrong, think again. Harry found himself in quite a sticky situation, and Meghan wanted the family to stop the tabloids. They do not do so, and Harry warned them that it was not going to end well. Well, Harry, you're right. It didn't end well. But let's not forget, Harry also said that after they stepped down really on January 8, 2020, but agreed to 3 events in March 2020, he told Oprah that Dad cut off all their income, nothing came in, and it was over. He had to make all these deals to bring in some money for the family. And without his mom's money, he has no idea what they would have done. Really? Let's look to the end of March and right into Tyler Perry's house, where Harry was a guest and his security. And in June 2020, a good sum of money, close to if not $2 million plus mom's money, free rent at Tyler's house, free security. But you're crying, oh, look at what my daddy did. Then we have Harry and Meghan telling Gayle King, yes, Harry spoke to Dad and his brother, but no one spoke to Meghan. No, sorry, nothing. All on TV again. So the relationship between Harry and William? At best, it's civil. The Queen loves her family and the monarchy, but Harry's behavior and his comments have hurt both her and the monarchy. Prince Charles has waited all his life to be king, and there is spoiled son Harry telling the world that Dad doesn't want to be a king. Prince William is trying to be a good future king, and he wants to improve how things are done. Honestly, I think Harry should have only spoken for himself. So no, I don't see the 2 princes ever being so close again. Plus, there was a report that claimed that a source said Prince William doesn't see them ever reconciling. I can't remember which one now. It may have been one of the documentaries. Personally, I think those 2, Harry and Meghan, have done too much irreparable damage and they've hurt too many people for Harry to ever be forgiven. And they aren't even finished yet. Let's face it, if they didn't run the monarchy into the ground at every opportunity and portray themselves as victims of the cruel royal family, they wouldn't have the fans fawning over them and drinking in all those lies. It's really a pity that there are such gullible people in this world. And you, do you agree with this expert? If yes, please like and share my video with anyone who needs it now. If not, tell me why and we'll also talk about that. And don't forget to subscribe to my new version channel to get more interesting videos from Kate Middleton and the Queen News team. Now thank you for watching, goodbye, and see you in the next videos.